Hello everybody! I am Gamemaster 909, back with another Gamemaster 909 Plays. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done one of these, hasn't it? Today, I will be playing the Avalanche Software developed and Disney Interactive Studios published game Toy Story 3 for the Xbox 360. Now, of course, this game was also released on the PlayStation 3 and Nintendo Wii along with PC, or at least this specific version of Toy Story 3. Because there was a Toy Story 3 video game just about on nearly every console that was relevant in 2010. So there were also versions made for the PlayStation Portable, Nintendo DS, and the PlayStation 2. Yeah. Anyways, so our first cutscene here is basically how the movie starts. So where we have a train with orphans, which are townspeople in this case. Or, would I say townspeople? I guess saying that is weird out of context, just a generic kind of toy, you know? Because in the movie, if you don't remember, the orphans were the troll dolls or whatever. Anyways, there he is. It's none other than the villain of this whole scene in the movie, Evil Dr. Porkchop.
Dr. Porkchop.
It's Mr. Evil Dr. Porkchop to you. And I've got a score to settle with you, Sheriff Woody.
Alright. So, first of all, gotta turn down the music. I'm sorry. It's a licensed game. It's gonna have copyrighted music taken straight from the movies. Alright. So yeah, we're taken straight into the action, and we get to move around as Bullseye and jump. And you found a collector card. Complete the set for a prize at Al's Toy Barn on the game board. That might sound crazy out of context because we don't know anything about Al's Toy Barn or a game board, but trust me, I'll get into it later. All that's important is that, hey, it's a cool prize that we get to collect. Cool. And we missed one. Great, now we're going to have to revisit this level. So anyways, this part of the level, there's multiple different parts of this specific stage, is basically just ride Bullseye and jump and basically chase the evil Dr. Porkchop as he tries to derail the train. And anyways, we got another collectible. This is an Al's Toy Barn token. Tokens are used at Al's Toy Barn on the game board to buy toys that could be used in Woody's Roundup. Woody's Roundup is another thing that I'll get into later. There's a lot that, there's honestly a lot that this game has to offer. If you don't know, what we're playing through right now is pretty much one half of what this game has to offer, the story mode, which pretty much retells the events of the Toy Story 3 movie. Yeah, what he said. And, oh, there's two paths to this whole place. I wonder if I have to take both paths. Anyways, we got a Roundup card with the Prospector on it. Good old Sticky Pete. So yeah, we're gonna have to collect a lot of those, and there's different kinds of collector cards that we have to collect. So it's not just Roundup cards, but it could also be all sorts of different cards that have stuff from the Toy Story franchise on them. And so there's the train right there. Just gotta not die. Alright. So yeah, if you fall and die, or just die in general, you'll just be sent back to a checkpoint. There isn't a live system or anything. It's just, oh, if you lose all your health, you just go back to a checkpoint. You have unlimited lives, thankfully. And so I believe, yeah, here's where another cutscene will play. And I know this is just a cutscene, but seriously, the graphics in this game, they're pretty good. I'll just say that much. For 2010, they got the art style of the movies spot on. Like, look at Woody here. He looks as how he should, and there's not really any compromises done to where, oh, they maybe downgrade the character's looks to where it could run well on the hardware. No, this is almost exactly how Woody looks in the movie. It's kind of impressive. Alright, anyways, blue capsules contain helpful hints on how to play the game. So this is basically how most of the game plays out, where you're on foot and you get to jump and do all sorts of stuff. It's pretty much just your typical action platformer, like a lot of these Pixar licensed games are. And you have little bouncy balls, or Pixar balls as they're known as, to collect, and you get to throw them using the right trigger on Xbox 360, the R2 button on PlayStation 3, and the B button on Wii. Anyways, we have this hint that tells you that you can use the Y button on Xbox, triangle on PlayStation, and shaking the Wii remote on the Wii version to shoulder charge, which is a pretty helpful attack and will get us through this door. And hey, look, it's Buzz. Easier. Alright. Alright, press X to save the orphans. Alright. So we get to save some orphans that Buzz will take somewhere else. And we get a little collector card from it. And we get a Roundup card with Jesse. Is there anything I missed? No. Alright. So, yeah. By the way, saving those orphans is completely optional. All they do is just give you a card, or just any sort of prize. And this hence tells us that, yep, you can double jump in this game by just pressing the jump button twice. Pretty helpful. And you can even time your second jump to get some extra distance. Like that. Alright. Uh-oh. Looks like some of Dr. Porkchop's drones are destroying. Oh, thanks, Buzz. You couldn't have thrown that anywhere else? Whatever. Let's collect some more Pixar balls. And let's see what this hint tells us. And tell us that we can aim and then throw a ball. Yeah, press and hold left trigger the enter target mode. And then use the right stick to aim and press right trigger to throw. So there you go. I believe it is, yeah, L2 on PlayStation and Z on the Wii version. And yes, in the Wii version, you use the pointer to aim rather than the right stick as seen here. Alright, and there we go. I believe rescuing this orphan, yep, rescuing this orphan is required because it's the only way we can get past this. Yeah. But we still do get a card, another Roundup card. Hint, throw balls or shoulder charge to stun. And yeah, that's going to be useful for taking out these aliens, which I believe here are supposed to be minions of Dr. Porkchop. And hey, look at that! We get another prize. A townsperson dressed as Woody. Now that's going to be useful later on, but for now, it's just seen as nothing else than a completion ranking. Just completion ranking? Completion status marker, I guess. Yeah. Alright. Rescue another orphan. Alright. Oh, yeah, using the right bumper, or R1 on PlayStation, I believe the C button on Wii. You could get help at any time. Yeah, this is definitely meant. They're kind of, I guess, shoving the whole family game aspect down your throat in this game, because the game tries to give, the game will try to offer you as much help as possible, which is kind of odd, but whatever. And what's the term for, like, what's it, super hints? To where the game will try to help you out as much as possible to where it'll change gameplay just to make things easier for you if you're not doing well. The game does it sometimes to where if the game thinks you're stuck at a certain area, it will, like, give you options. You could press the help button and it'll give you options like, oh, give you a hint or just straight up show you what to do. So in this situation, we just have to throw a Pixar ball at that. And if you want, you could throw these cows on this catapult over here. And there he goes. Well. Alright. Let's freaking kill some more cows. Because I don't think that other cow survived. Don't worry, you'll see why I'm doing this. Because if we go to the other side to launch ourselves, yeah, he's definitely dead. We get a special card that shows Woody and friends.
Roger that.
All right, we get another card. So it's got Woody on it. All right, shut up, aliens. So yeah, of course, if you haven't seen the movie, this is, of course, this whole story is being told through Andy's imagination as he's just playing with his toys to make up whatever story. And in the movie, there's actually more characters that show up here. Oh yeah, by the way, Ham's got a bomb and you gotta shoot it in order to explode on him, and so that you could proceed. Anyways, there was a lot more going on in the movie's version of this. Like, there was also Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head that were robbing the train. Of course, their characters, I believe, are named One-Eyed Bart and One-Eyed Betty. And, yeah. Now, I'll just say it right now. Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head are actually not in this game at all. Mainly because any toys or characters in the Toy Story 3 movie that would have required like extra toy licensing from companies like Fisher-Price or Playskool, Mattel, Hasbro, which I think Playskool is part of Hasbro, whatever. Yeah, none of those characters are in this game, unfortunately. So we won't see Ken and Barbie. And, oh yeah, there we go. Achievement unlocked, no toy left behind. There we go. I believe that achievement, we could check right now. Yeah, rescue all the orphans on the train. There you go. I believe that's also a trophy in the PlayStation 3 version. So yeah, just make it across the train. So we don't have any more orphans to worry about in terms of saving. Just dodge these blaster bolts from Dr. Porkchop. Also, yeah, you may notice that evil Dr. Porkchop's design in this is also slightly different than in the movie. He's missing his bowler hat. Now, I think the lack of Mr. Potato Head in this game has to do with that. I'm guessing even Potato Head's bowler hat is part of the whole licensing deal of Mr. Potato Head being in the movies. So, it's even weirder because I know Mr. Potato Head has been in other Toy Story video games, because he was in the Toy Story the Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2 video games, along with one of the spin-offs, Toy Story Racer. So yeah, we just have to hit Ham's bomb whatever one more time. There we go. And there we go. Achievement unlocked. Train Catcher. That's the achievement you get for just beating the stage. And there we go. I believe another cutscene will play. Right up. Okay.
Evil Dr. Porkchop was defeated, and the orphan train made it safely to its destination.
Wait a sec. You had a giant pig ship and a fleet of attack drones, and you lost to a cowboy on a horse?
And so, yeah, this is basically how the story is all told. Basically, hold on. I'm sure this dialogue is probably important.
On our exciting journey here.
Hey, what's next? Should we go to Andy's house?
Watch it, Rex. Just knocked Al's toy barn into the pond.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry.
Hollowhead. I'm gonna have to reset the whole town.
Pardon me? What's this area again?
Hey, good eye, my prickly friend. That is a special part of the game called Woody's Roundup.
I'm sorry, I'm just not used to This is kind of the first time I played through a video game with this much like voice acting, and especially the cutscenes.
I probably won't.
In fact, I'm pretty sure this is the first game I've done a full playthrough on that has full voice acting in the cutscenes. It's kind of funny, actually. Took me this long. Anyways, after the first stage, so yeah, the game is told through a game board.
I don't want to roll the dice. What if I get snake eyes?
Too bad. Basically, like, Andy's toys are pretty much retelling the events of Toy Story 3 to all of Bonnie's toys through this game board. And so, part of the game board is Toy Box Woody's Roundup. This is separate from the story mode, and is pretty much the second half of the game, and we're forced to do it now. And we actually get to choose our character here between Woody, Jesse, and Buzz. I mean, considering this place is called Woody's Roundup, we may as well start it out by playing as Woody. It only makes sense. And so yeah, that backdrop kind of gives you a little glimpse on what it's like. It's basically like just kind of a Wild West town that you take care of and do all sorts of stuff to. It'll be explained more so whenever it actually loads.
I, Mayor Ham, hereby make you the Sheriff of Woody's Roundup. Congratulations! You're now in charge of bringing order and prosperity to our town. So, bring in some gold and new toys to spruce up the place. Come on, get a move on.
Well, if it's a sheriff you need, you sure came to the right toy.
All right. Let's start out by breaking down a shack and making...
Alright, so explained earlier, we have to use the Y button, or triangle, or shake the Wii remote to shoulder charge. And there we go. That was our first... So, yeah, there's a mission system in Woody's Roundup. Yep. And our first mission was press one button. Alright.
The mission list keeps track of all the missions you get. Choose a mission and check the mission details help you complete a mission. If you need extra help, use the compass.
I don't even need to commentate any of this. Ham seems to have it under control. Alright, so yeah, press A to turn on the compass and exit the mission list. So, in every mission after this, the compass is completely optional. It's just telling you, or just giving you guidance on where everything is for the mission you're doing. So the Toy Box mode, or Woody's Roundup, is basically you're the sheriff of a town, and it's your job to just do whatever you want with it. And there's these prize capsules, which pretty much give you more options in decorating it and sprucing it up in whatever way you like, including decorating the buildings along with the townspeople that make up the city. And so for this first mission, we have to destroy these old shacks to pretty much make room for new buildings. So yeah, you can. This isn't all the buildings that are going to be here. There's going to be plenty more. And there we go. Clean up the town. And for each mission, you get more coins and Pixar balls.
You completed a mission and earned some gold. And there's more gold where that came from if you complete missions for the folks around town. This beacon shows when a toy has a new mission for you.
And so yeah, this Toy Box mode pretty much has a mission system to it, where you can do missions for NPCs and gain more stuff or money. Which money can be used to buy more toys for the Toy Box. Over here in the toy store, which is kind of an Owl's Toy Barn themed kiosk. And you get to buy all sorts of stuff from here. We can already buy stuff. Interesting. Such as like costumes for your townspeople, different gizmos you can mess around with, along with whole new areas. So yeah, we'll be getting into all that later on. For now, we should probably talk to Ham again. And hey, look at that, a new resident.
Yeah, this little guy's just arrived from Sector 4. I'm afraid his green head's gonna get sun-bleached if we don't get him a hat.
Good idea, Ham. Alright, so yeah, this is one of the things you can do in the game. You can decorate the way your townspeople look. Just throw them into a shop, whether it be a hat shop or a tailor or whatever, and you could give them all sorts of funny clothing. Now, there's actually descriptions on the right that basically kind of give it yeah, it gives descriptions on each outfit, on whether they're like cute, funny, gross, scary, all that stuff. Now, this is useful later on in the game, but for now, it's just kind of there. But what kind of hat should we give him? I don't know, this looks pretty cool. There we go. We have successfully given an alien a hat. Alright. I believe... Nope, never mind. There's another alien over here. What's up, dude? Alright, let's go talk to Ham again.
Where are you? Sheriff, I'm gonna add painting a building to your list. It's one quick and easy way to get things spruced up.
So yeah, here we go. We now have a tool basket that lets us decorate buildings. Now, actually, in reality, you don't need it. It just kind of gives you an indicator on where the spots you stand in order to decorate the buildings themselves. You can just go up to the area you need to without it, and you could customize it either way. So yeah, you can customize all sorts of stuff with buildings. Their walls, trim, stuff in the front of the yard, stuff on the porches, stuff on the roof, stuff on the sides, along with the windows and doors. And don't worry, these aren't all of the options we're given. We'll be given more options as we play the game and unlock more decorations. So for now, we spruce up the walls with that. And we're already given more missions, apparently. Let's decorate this one red. There we go. We have painted any building in town.
If you think it'll help, switch the tool you're holding whenever you want.
Well, that's nice. So yeah, using the directional pad on your controller, you can switch between your different tools. You'll be given more tools across the game, but for now we just have the one. We get some more prize capsules. We got a ship captain hat for your townspeople. You got a curler's hair. Alright, Ham.
Looks like Sticky Pete could use some help.
Hey, it's Sticky Pete! He wasn't in Toy Story 3. But whatever.
Hey, Sheriff, over here.
This here's
That's
a
not
mining
Kelsey
tool
Grammer.
to make gold out of rocks. Take it, it's yours. I got others. Now, the
All
only
right.
thing gold is for in these parts is to buy toys. Every toy you get brings in more missions, more gold, and more fun.
Pretty much how I described it earlier.
There's always plenty of gold around in these parts, so don't be stingy.
Alright, I'm gonna be stingy anyway. Sorry, Stinky Pete. Alright, so yeah, you're able to use a pickaxe to mine all that gold. And hey, look, it's Bullseye!
Can be the rootinest, tootinest, and cut your travel time in half by riding the fastest horse.
So yeah, sometimes when new toys are added to the toy store over here, that kiosk, they'll be given special commercials, which I think is pretty cool.
Business. Go to this booth to order any toy from Al's Toy Barn.
There we go. Achievement unlocked. Welcome to town.
For quite some time now.
Let's see what that achievement's about. Finish the Woody's Roundup tutorials. So, yeah, that's pretty much just the Woody's Roundup tutorial, which you'll need to do in order to proceed in the story mode. You can continue doing whatever in the Toy Box mode, but we'll save that for later.
Perfect. Back to the
For
story.
now.
Andy was all grown up, and we'd been in the toy box for a very long time. We were all hoping that Andy would play with us one more time before he left for college.
Yeah, pretty much what Ham said. So, as we move on to our next stage, Andy's house, or Hold the Phone, this pretty much tells us the next events of the movie, where Andy moves on to college. And the toys aren't sure what they're gonna do afterwards.
To the basement to get the cordless phone. So now we just need to find Andy's cell phone. Then, when we call it...
Andy will find us with the phone and play with us one last time. I like it, cowboy.
Yee-haw! Let's do this.
Alright, so this makes up a lot of the story mode levels to where you're gained access to Woody, Jesse, and Buzz. Now, this isn't what all the stages are like, but this, along with I think a few others, let you play as all three as you get in kind of a open area as you have like a task to do, which in this case is to grab Andy's mobile phone. And over here we even have another card. It's another Roundup card. Another token. And we have some stuff up here to mess around with. Like a ball that went into this waste bin. Which, hey, look at that! Another card. And, what else is there? So yeah, pretty much Andy's room, as pretty much seen in Toy Story 3, to a T. It's pretty spot on to how it looks. Even some of these poster designs are ripped straight from the movie. And so we just have this obstacle to deal with a windowsill. And so yeah, we pretty much just go around and make our way. And destroying these boxes are optional, they just give you those cards. Now there are a few things that are different, like these boxes I don't think are really here in the movie. I'm guessing this takes place while Andy is packing for college, which
Ready when you are.
isn't very accurate, but yeah, this whole part of the movie to where they're trying to
Hey, I'm supposed to be
the call two phones to try to get Andy's attention to play with them one last time is accurate to the movie. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, hey. Wow, I haven't found Andy's cell phone, but I have discovered a new smell.
Thanks, Ham. Alright, so these darts right here, we actually need Jesse in order to land on them and go from one area to another. And so yeah, each character has their own special ability. Jessie is that she's able to land on small objects and make it across large gaps. Alright, let's grab the phone. Buzz's special ability is that he's stronger than the other characters, so he's able to throw them to long distances.
We better see what's keeping him. Come on.
Jeez, even the stuff outside of Andy's room is accurate to the movie. You see all this, like the door on the left. That's exactly how the house is structured in the movie. Jeez, I will give Avalanche that they are good at that. They are good at being faithful to the source materials whenever they make these movie licensed games, which I believe they made. Now, they not only made this, but they also made before this they made video games based off of Chicken Little. The movie Chicken Little from Disney. The Disney movie Meet the Robinsons and Bolt. So yeah, all films from Walt Disney Animation Studios.
I believe we can help. My men are deployed throughout the room, but tied up at the moment. If you can free them, they'll get that phone down safely. Guaranteed.
Thanks.
Alright, so for the next half of the level, it's getting the cordless phone. And in order to do that, yeah, we have to use the army men to grab it from up there. And so to do that, we have to go around and throw these paratroopers over here that you see up there. And one thing we're able to do is we're able to grab on ledges and shimmy left and right and even jump to other ledges. So yeah, pretty simple. Alright, use the left stick to aim and right trigger to throw the paratrooper. Alright. There we go. And while in parachute mode, use the left stick to steer and control speed, and use B to cut the parachute and immediately drop them. And if you're wondering, yes, this part does use motion controls in the Wii version, which is just great. Alright, got another Roundup card. And don't worry, Roundup cards aren't the only cards we collect in these levels. There's other kinds of cards that we'll see later on in the game. And I guess there just wasn't a transit, or just not an animation of us getting him out of here. It was just a cut to him being free. That's great. Alright. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Great. Okay. Let's get another Roundup card. As we have more darts for Jesse to worry about. And even other small objects like these shelf holders. Well, let's get all this detergent out of the way. There it goes. Alright. We have to have this paratrooper go through this tube. So yeah, pulling back on the control stick is very helpful, as it pretty much just... It doesn't send them backwards, it just prevents them from going forward. And just going straight down, which can be pretty helpful in some cases. Alright. And for this one, I believe we're going to have to go around. Yeah. Pretty simple stuff. And landing right on top of one the other. And there we go! Off the hook.
Good work. Get that phone to Andy's room. We'll find Rex and catch up with you there.
Yes, sir. You heard him, men. Move, move, move!
I don't think Andy's basement was ever shown in any of the Toy Story movies. That's odd. Huh. Anyways, here's Rex playing the Buzz Lightyear video game, seen in Toy Story 2. He's even using a Super Nintendo controller.
Rex, you were supposed to get the phone and come right back.
No! The Buzz Lightyear game.
We haven't
Is that
played
line
this
out
in
of sync?
years.
I made it to the Gamma Quadrant. I'm almost to Zurg's fortress.
Guys, come on. We need to get back.
Rex, we know you can defeat him. Just do it quickly.
Nice.